other way around, like BREN gonna just demolish the Twisted Minds because they use everything they got and got nothing left. So it's pretty interesting now.
They said no more Ruby, no more Arlot. Let's not play that game again. I mean, you got to give it up to tomorrow at that.
Yeah,
like, that was like phenomenal gameplay with the combination of the Aurora with the Arlot. So again, they don't want to first pick the Arlot, which AP BREN could have attempted to do that in this scenario instead of banning it. But my guess is they might have something else in mind.
Yeah, but the combination was insanely strong. So it's good to like ban it, but you know, when teams have such combinations, there are high chances that they actually have some extra combinations because it's not like but who knows. Let's see. BREN just said like let's see what combinations they have more added to this one, and just banned Arlot, Ruby, and Farmis.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the Wanwan's banned, so I guess again, we just don't want to see that. I think that's just a common, we always got a ban, right? Twisted Minds. Now they are picking up the Martis. I like it. I mean, Twisted Minds aggressive. They were aggressive on the Fanny. Once again, picking up the Aurora. Now I want to know. It's kind of hard to pull off the same tricks that you just did because they've already witnessed it. They're learning from their previous game. They understand that the Aurora is probably going to be a problem. So I wouldn't be surprised if AP BREN doesn't apply a lot of pressure into that mid lane. Maybe again. The Navaria is still open. They might opt to go for the Navaria once again. It stayed away. I felt like it did a decent amount of damage against Twisted Mind. So we'll see what AP BREN. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, exactly what they're gonna pick.
I had a feeling. I mean, it's an easy, safe pick just because you're able to poke and prob. And then look, we're gonna be seeing another CC. Flop TZ probably going to utilize that again, secured the MVP with it, so just run it back.
Yeah, why not? Such a great ultimate is so annoying actually when you like link two heroes together and one of them trying to run away like and like can't run away. So that's a great ultimate.
Just hitting them with a yo-yo. Kind of getting into our last pick that Twisted Mind's going to go with here. Now, they need to respond with an EXP lane. I mean, we have been seeing the Axborg actually succeed, but again, I think that requires someone that's a little bit comfortable with the Axborg. I do like the Claude pick. Now, if this game goes into the late game like last time, the Claude is going to just soar, right? So they have that early game presence with the Martis, and then they also have the late game presence with the Claude. So they're keeping a balanced lineup right now for Twisted Mind. They know they can make it to the late game, and they know that they controlled a little bit of the early game against AP BREN last time, but I think that had to do with Morrow, and you can kind of see that they're setting, they don't want Morrow to be countered, so they're holding off to pick his hero.
Yeah, and it's like a secret for AP BREN. They saw Arlot gameplay, they banned it, and I think they understand that Morrow can play Grok good as well. And but who knows what he brings? Maybe Hilda again, and or like Wild Kadita, something like that. Because he playing aggressive with the Rome.
Yeah, most definitely. And kind of seeing our second banning phase coming out here. We do see the Tigreal being banned. I like it because it could be that backline dive to catch that Aurora. Now, we do see something a little bit different this time around, right? The AP BREN has the Guinevere, which can use that the Violet Requiem to dive into the back line. I think Cuff's going to have to really stay on their P's and Q's to dodge some of that backline pressure. AP BREN banning out the Xborg. I was suspecting maybe an Xborg play could be a good go here, just because that last Insanity could be a problem for the Navaria. Again, that's that backline dive that you need to be able to catch the Navaria. To be honest, I want to see what Twisted Minds is cooking up here.
But you kind of need like a freeze for this, because like if when you wanna jump with the Xborg, you wanna like slow everybody down, and that's a big turning point for his ultimate. Yeah, but like without ultimate, you can just run out of it, so it might be not that effective as it seems, at least on the earlier stages of the game.
Yeah. Ooh, they banned the Yuzong too. They're really targeting the EXP at this point, stopping all. They pretty much Arlot, Ruby, Yuzong, Xborg, all EXPs are being targeted at this point. AP BREN showing respect to Twisted Minds.
Yeah, and there's not much left here just to pick Minotaur, which is not bad variation here for
I like it.
Twisted Minds, and only one is the X-Planer left. It's going to kind of hard to pick because the being targeted by the bans of AP BREN, which is a smart thing to do in my opinion, and yeah, gonna show what he can bring without those heroes.
True. I like the Grok. I mean, AP BREN played they played a great Grok last time. The Clint is quite different this time around. I like it. I mean, it could be what they need to utilize to burst the Claude down when a Blazing Duet comes in.
Maybe we can see Khalid now. No, the Fanny. It's going to be Martis for the X-Plane, and the Fanny from the jungle. And looks like the AP BREN took the bait, or Twisted Mind just adapted to this extra 2
CC last time. I think it could be, again, anybody's game. I will say that we are going into match point right now. AP BREN versus Twisted Minds. Match point leaning into the favor of AP BREN. Can Twisted Minds show the aggression that they showed last game against AP?
Yeah, I guess at least they're going to try. Grok is going straight away for the blue buff here, attempt of stealing, and not hesitating with using her retribution and starting to harass Grok. Actually, a lot of misses coming out from Fanny, and resulting Grok not using absolutely anything and just go back. And now the pressure going to be applied on the orange buff.
Yeah, I would say this time around, right? They again picking up the Fanny. Twisted Minds is wild. You know, I didn't catch this at first, but putting a Martis in the EXP lane, it seems like the EXP lane is just a wild go this time around for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, so AP BREN understood they are the one who got a pressure. They said like, you wanna play this game, let's play this game, and went straight to pressure Twisted Minds, which already resulting almost like 1k gold advantage second minute into the game.
I think we've seen a little bit of this presence last game, right? AP BREN able to utilize it, but a Violent Requiem able to secure the kill on the Fanny. First blood, AP BREN.
This nerf on the Fanny went so hard on the Hoda here, and he just died. And the turtle is probably going to go for the AP BREN as a bonus kill. No level 4 on the Minotaur here. Kyle Tizzy gets the turtle double ultimate from the Grok, wild charge stunning 2 people, immediately bursting down the Minotaur. Purple buff being farmed by the Fanny, going straight to the base to regen some of her face, and going to the orange buff is gonna spawn in 5 seconds, and the typical rotation, but no level 4 yet for Fanny. Fanny is so far behind. 2k gold lead already for the AP BREN. That's a lot. And Grok, even Grok has 1 level advantage on the Fanny. Keep pressuring, dodging that stuns with the first skill, trying to go back using that little arrow for his advantage, and continue with the pressuring. Probably gonna use his ult again, uses ult, and trying to follow up on the purple buff, but not risking it all. I thought maybe Kyle Tizzy going to stack his stacks and ult on Fanny, but decided to just retreat.
Look at this pressure that they're just applying. I feel like Twisted Minds, their win condition here is that they need to alleviate this pressure that AP BREN is putting on the Fanny in the jungle, right? The Grok is just an ever nuisance problem for Twisted Minds. They don't have that displacement that they can just like kind of sweep AP BREN into a situation. We can sign to see Morrow's gonna have to return, but he gets interrupted.
Yeah,
I actually thought Super Marco was going to secure that.
Yeah. I was thinking like, why are you TPing? Because they can see you clearly after that hit of the second skill of Novaria.
Yeah, I think he was just like, you know, committing it like, you ain't going to do anything. But Super Marco definitely committed there. Now, AP BREN, I feel like they keep applying this pressure, right? Like, keep controlling the map. Vision is constantly coming from the Grok at this point. Like, wild charge on Amaro, not much they could do. Flicker had to be utilized. That's a good go, because now the turtle is just going to be falling into the hands of AP BREN. And then look, what are they going to do? They're
Yet
just
again, the pressure.
This is something I see from Super Shark in North America. It's just like the presence of the roam just always in your jungle is annoying. Oh.
Yeah, and the big part of it is enemy team not being able to burst you down. I mean, you want to do this actually like every game, but not every game enemy will kind of not have the damage to force burst you down. And the burst down, talking about burst down, the Minotaur gets bursted down yet again. So the damage difference, like so the roamer from Twisted Minds trying to go in and he just being targeted, and when the roamer of AP BREN, which is Grok, going in and he's not being able to, I mean, they are not being able to burst him down, and he rotate freely. I mean, if you want to waste time useless hitting Grok, I mean, you're welcome.
Yeah,
so it's a hard spot for Twisted Minds.
It seems like AP BREN is warmed up at this point.
Yeah, they absolutely warmed up at this point because they 100% understood the gameplay of the Twisted Minds, and they are doing the exact right decisions what they should do. Marty's gonna go for try to kill for the Grok, but not enough range for ultimate. Guinevere here forces to use her ultimate just to survive here, and surviving on these 500 HP, and the Yo-Yo gonna hit the Marrow of the Twisted Minds and finish him off. And the pressure is still applied by the both lanes, and soon is going to be a mid lane as well.
Definitely. I mean, AP BREN's just going to be pushing this mid lane, and I'm not quite sure there's much Twisted Minds can do as they are controlling that. Turtle is up in about 7 seconds, but you can already see they're not going to let up on this jungle. AP BREN not giving Twisted Minds any room to breathe this time around.
Yeah, this is like they got angry. They got angry from the previous game, I guess, and just went like, okay, let's play the game.
Yeah, I mean, they took it personal. They learned from what Twisted Minds had to bring, and again, Twisted Minds, they cooked something up, but right now, AP BREN is controlling the whole jungle. Fanny not being able to do too much, and this is what happens when you try to run something back on a team that always learns and adapt like AP BREN. It's something that's hard to do. Kind of taking a look at some items, do you see anything that sticks out to you?
Not really. Pretty standard builds, maybe only like Minotaur doing like this legendary pieces build that I call like 8 minutes into the game, no items, same as Martis actually, which is pretty bad in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. And meanwhile, the top lane tier 2 being pushed as well as a bot lane by CC, and I guess it's going to soon have we're gonna have a problem here if we are Twisted Minds.
I mean, they're just applying so much pressure. The Minnow Rage coming out, but is it going to be utilized at all as a wild charge? Connects onto 2, and a Violet Requiem comes in and takes out... Actually, it didn't take out anybody just yet. Put them really, really low. They were able to actually dive and dodge out of there. AP BREN still looking to pierce into their base at 8 minutes.
Yeah, mid lane is going to proc probably. Top lane no passive already, and the mid lane is no passive already gonna fall as well. And that's this is the showcase what you gotta do at this kind of overfarm. You just need to get the inhibitors in the CC ult yet again, and the Claude being caught up by the Guinevere.
What was he doing so far up there? Like, he's outside of his base.
He thought he's going to TP back. He thought he's going to TP back.
He definitely got TP back, sent back to the caster's desk, as so did Fanny. Flop TZ able to secure the kill, looking like AP BREN wanting to take this mid turret, showing insane amounts of aggression. Cuff low. They are just not going to let up. AP BREN took the last match personal.
Yeah, and it was trying to take mid lane inhibitor as well, but just enjoyed the poking of the mid lane and went to straight for Lord to secure, I guess, all of them. Not rushing here is kind of good idea, because there is a chance of enemy catching you and make 1 or 2 kills and might go for the Lord themselves, I mean Twisted Minds, and this might be a comeback. So in my opinion, it's the right decision to not risk it and just go for the Lord.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, they're gonna keep their own here. Lord coming down again. It is just such a gold gap at this point. I'm not quite sure how they're gonna stop this, as the flickers utilize the full HP
Clint is
Lord.
going to one shot.
I think they're just gonna attack the base, or the full HP Lord touching your crystal is just a little bit too much. Morrow low. AP BREN looking to take that last tower though.
Yeah, not rushing at all. They just hitting the front target. This is absolutely the right thing to do. Just hit the front target. If you have like 15k gold advantage, your Clint is going to basically one-top everyone. Good ultimate attempt from the Morrow, but not enough. Double flicker was used to avoid it. The base is going to chunk down, but Fanny trying to do something here with the damage and region and choke a little bit, not flying away to the back of the base. Ultimate Martis goes for the Clint, not enough damage and just melts with... Why wouldn't you use the 15k gold advantage, right? So that's how you should use it, textbook.
AP BREN takes out Twisted Minds here, 2-0.
Yeah, that's for sure. I would say not a little bit, but this, like, Fanny got caught so much because of this nerf she had a while ago, and this double ultimate. A good dodge by the Martis, but no dodge from the Minotaur is absolutely impossible for him to dodge, and the pressure was real, and the double ultimate for the Guinevere, and she going to focus down by the 4 people still surviving, which is absolutely not what you want to have in the game. And Twisted Minds didn't have even like a slight chance to come back somehow. AP BREN did everything to not let this happen.
Yeah, like we were saying, I mean, kind of looking at some of the highlights here, they were just applying such pressure on the Twisted Minds. Every second KAZAN could go in, that Violet Requiem was connecting onto at least 1 or 2 of Twisted Minds, and they just... Look, I mean, Morrow tried to hit a Minnow's Rage there, but AP BREN just reads it and dodges it. And at this point, it kind of just seemed like they were waiting on minions clearing out all the towers at the 11-minute mark and just taking down Twisted Minds. And Croc just hitting the tower alone.
The pressure is just too high. Like, is it me, or the sound of Aurora's ultimate reminded me this Sonic the Hedgehog spinning? Yeah, whatever. Like,
yeah. And then another MVP.
Yeah, yet again, last game, as far as I can recall, as well. And the full damage this time for extra pressure, extra aggression.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, they had speed and aggression. Flopteasy just going insane. AP BREN taking this win. 606, like you were saying, 30% of the team damage. Just, they just didn't let Twisted Minds do anything this time around.
Yeah, that is a lot. And the Martis is not the one hero who can somehow counter the CC on the lane. You gotta go with maybe Yuzhong, but Yuzhong was banned. So yeah, that's insanely hard to adapt for.
Yeah, most definitely. Kind of taking a look at some of the stats again. I mean, even all of AP BREN, what? Pew was 305. Super Marco 207. It was too much for him.
Yeah, it was. And like Minotaur was kind of like emergency pick as well, because like everyone was banned, Grok was taken, there was nothing left to pick here. Only Minotaur, but Minotaur, in my opinion, not fitting the Maro's playstyle, because he had like low damage, and it was the game where you just needed more of that damage to make this Grok just go out. Just make him go out of your jungle and let Fanny safely take at least level 4 and maybe trying to get some snowball action. But this Fanny wants to farm first item and then start to play, and as far as I understood from the previous game, so it never going to happen when you get